Hello everyone, welcome back to My Dress Up Darling Season 2, Episode 10. I'm really looking forward to jumping into this. Last we left off, Marin thought that they were gonna do it tonight. Or that, at least she thought that was Gojo's intention, because she thought he was looking at, what was it? Did she think he was looking at condoms or something else? I can't exactly remember, but she thought he was looking at something, but he was actually just looking at energy drinks or whatever. And he was looking at them because he was like, I'm not gonna sleep tonight, I'm gonna stay up all night, then I'm not technically sleeping over at her house, then I'm not crossing any lines. And just in all of that weird line of thought that he had, she thought that they were gonna do it. So I don't know how this episode will go. What I do know is that in season 1 we had the love hotel episode, and there was some sexual tension there for sure. So I don't know if we're gonna get another scene like that, you know, that scene still sticks in my mind. I can see the scene very clearly, which I don't have a great visual memory. It's tough for me to see things clearly in my head. That scene is in there. I can remember what it looked like quite clearly, and how it went, and the sound and everything. So yeah, let's see what this episode has to offer. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking the video, commenting down below, and subscribing to the channel. And go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos. Let's jump into Season 2, Episode 10 of My Dress Up Darling. So we're gonna do it all right now. Oh, does she want the trains to run now? So that she's not in this weird situation. Can I join you? Oh my gosh. She has to prep herself really hard. She's prepping herself. Oh my gosh. This... I'll talk about it in discussion. I'm ready! Let's do it! She's so cute. I feel bad for her because it's so nerve-wracking. And Gojo's not even thinking about it, of course, why would he? He has to wear the hentai jumper. He already... Oh, never mind. I was gonna say he already looks tired, but I think he's just fed up with the hentai jumper. Yeah, you're always up close to him. Think he's tired and he doesn't like wearing this jumper. There's a lot of animation of her feet, because it's showing her nerves. She's making fists with her toes. Well, maybe you can just do one of those steps tonight. Aww. Oh no, he's checking on you. Oh my gosh, I feel so much tension. I feel like I'm blushing. She's not ready. Can it wait? I mean, but he doesn't even know what she's talking about. She's looking like she's in a bit of a better mood. Oh yeah, isn't she on a diet? Yeah. Oh yeah, it says a 50%, yeah. Aww. Seeing her with black hair as well. Natural hair. Whoa. Oh, is it getting to the horror bit now? When, oh, that would be the worst time! Like, after she's gone to bed? Oh, it's one of these sorts of games as well that fucks with your menu. It's like Doki Doki. Oh, this is scary. Oh, wow. Oh my god. By the way, it's 2:23 a.m. when I'm recording this video. Oh my god. Wow. This is terrifying. Whoa. Jesus, man! I can't believe this studio's going off with this. Like, it's really unsettling. Is he gonna, like, go to Marin's bed? He's gonna be so scared he's gonna go to her bed? The sound. Oh, it's the next day. It's the next day. Okay, well, you guys didn't do it. Oh, I'm scared for Gojo. He might be really broken. What's wrong with you? Why did you sleep with me? She gonna put it all together? Yeah, the thing he was sitting in front of. Oh. Oh god, he's got PTSD from the game. Jeez, throw up all over their hentai jumper. Wow. Oh. Ah, I see. So yeah, Mira was just abused and they're all fake. They love that he was so into the game. That's what horror game fans are like. Oh god. Wow, this is a pretty cool concept. I mean, lots of cliches in it, but still pretty cool. Oh. He's like, what is wrong with these people? Yeah. Oh, they're watching this show from season 1. That was a good detail that she had to tap it twice, once to bring up the menu and once to press pause. This girl's so cute. Yeah, she's been doing well. Oh. Give your sister a hug. Oh, I love those two. Well, you got... You got hyped, but you were also so nervous. Like, it's probably good you didn't do it all that night. Oh. Yes, you gotta make a move. Because he barely knows what is going on. Yeah. Well, that doesn't mean anything. Yeah, maybe that had happened, but... Oh, he might start avoiding you. This is actually a realistic fear. This could happen, honestly. Oh, because I can kind of see that happening. Like, he gets so nervous, he, like, avoids her. Poor Marin. Hey, my girl. That was good. Getting dumped, he's not even there. I like how they're saying LOL out loud. What? Leave me alone. Oh, so he's like, maybe you should have your own food at home. But okay. Okay, but as long as you still keep up the diet. Cheat days are okay, but damn. Oh, she's so in love. And he made them custom for them as well. Uh-huh. Is she gonna try to do it tonight? She's gone through a roller coaster today. Is she gonna try to do it? Oh. Oh no. Oh. Is it actually gonna happen? Oh. Is she putting it off? I think she's putting it off. Oh. Can't blame her in the slightest. It's fucking hard. This music is awesome. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. Tell him after the cosplay group. I don't know if you are or not, but we'll see. Kawaii, kawaii. Man. That was a great episode. It was almost too relatable that I'm like in a different place than I was at the start of the video. I should apologize that I'm actually quite tired today as well. I don't know why. I don't know what's hit me today particularly, but I feel very tired today. But I mean, it's tough. I like it. It's a tough situation because they're both very cute and sweet with each other, and like we're seeing this mostly from Marin's perspective. Of like she's so in love with him, so deeply in love with him, and does not know how to handle it, and I think knows like either I say something or it doesn't happen, right? Like he's not gonna do anything. It's not the sort of person he is, and like we have even more of a meta, like we have even more knowledge than she does in that we kind of know that, or at least my reading of what we've seen so far from his inner monologues and stuff is he just straight up like does not even consider romance, you know, like it's I think he just, to him it's like it's not even on the table, which I also relate to a little bit as well. Is like some, you know, there's people that it's like you know, there'd be a good chance of me having a crush on them if I actually didn't completely consider them out of my league, and not even just like I've thought about it and I thought like, oh, maybe I could actually, no, maybe they're too good for me. I haven't thought that, but I've like subconsciously like blocked them off, like they are too good for me, which is not a good way to think. Like I should, you know, I should just be following whatever my feelings are doing, but I feel like subconsciously I just like block off that path with some people when I'm like, when I go, yeah, I don't think I would be good enough for them. And sometimes not even like good enough for them, but like I don't think I would be what they want. Like maybe I'm still great, maybe I'm as great as anyone that they could want, but I don't fit in. I'm not fitting into that puzzle, you know. Like you could have two puzzle pieces that are the very like the exact same color, and maybe they look like they fit together based on the colors, but they're from different puzzle sets and the pieces actually don't fit together. Like that's kind of what I feel sometimes subconsciously. And so I think for him, it's like he doesn't think like, oh, well, Marin would never go out with me, so like I'm just not gonna do anything. Or he doesn't think like, oh, she's so pretty, I wish she would ask me out. Or like he's not. I don't think he's considering any of that. He's like, me and her are friends, and we make costumes together, and that's it, you know. And I think when people like when Noah says, you know, are you two going out? And he like spits out his drink or whatever. I think he's just like in his head, he's like, oh, that's embarrassing for Marin. Like, oh no, she has to now deal with people thinking that we're going out, which is probably like really embarrassing for her and makes it hard for her when she just wants to be my friend, you know. And yeah, like Gojo, he doesn't. I just don't think he really thinks about that stuff at all. I mean, I said this episode was too relatable, and it's because of both of them. Like I relate so much to both of them, so much, because I feel like there's a piece of me in both of them as well, where it's like Marin is like the side of me that's an ultra fan of stuff, you know, that like I mean the reason I do this channel is if I start talking about something that I'm really passionate about a TV show or a character or something, I just roll and roll and roll and roll. And if I'm talking to someone, a person about that, the anxiety is like, well, I'm just talking at this person and they don't care what I have to say or whatever. But if I'm doing it to a video, I can do it as much as I want. I can put out a 3-hour video of me talking and people can just not watch it if they don't want to. But then there generally is at least someone in the world who is interested in that and will watch it all the way through. So it's like, there's no downside to that. So that part of Marin is like me. And, you know, a lot of the ways that she thinks about this stuff. And I think I would do the same thing that she kind of did at the end of this episode, where it's like she psychs herself up. She's like, I'm going to do it tonight. I'm going to tell them tonight, you know? And then like she gets into that position, gets herself right ready, where all she needs to say, like she already says all she needs to say is like, I like you and I want to go out with you. Like that's all she needs to say. It just needs to come out of her mouth, and yet she can't do it. And instead she goes, I want to see you tomorrow. And like and she's just pushing it back. And then she goes in her head like, I'll do it before we finish this thing. Like she's setting deadlines for herself, right? And that's a tough thing, you know? Like when I'm really nervous about something that I have to tell someone, I also set deadlines for myself like that. I'm like, I will organize this. You know, sometimes it's just making plans with someone, and I'll go like, I will message them on Friday. I'll message them on Friday. And the thing is, I could do it now. I could just message them now, but I get in my own head about it. I'm like, no, I'm going to do it on Friday. And then I don't have to worry about it now. And it's a little bit of comfort right now that I'm like, I don't have to worry about it. But the thing is, it gives you prevailing anxiety. It continues, like that feeling just like sticks with you. And like I had a situation, I'm trying to think how personal to get here. So, I mean, I'm going to be super vague about the details of this situation, but I had a situation where, I had to tell someone that, you know, it was kind of the opposite of this. I had to tell someone that I didn't want to do this stuff with them anymore, like just spend time with them anymore or whatever, right? And I was like, okay, I'll tell them on this day, you know? And I was like, and then like that day came and I was like, I'll wait a couple more days. It's not the right time. And during that time, genuinely, I didn't realize it was related at the time, but I was not hungry. I found it very difficult to eat, and I was like having a few bites of food, and I was feeling sick, and like it just I was just like constantly, like my thoughts were spiraling. It was a sucky time, and once I told that person, and once they replied to it in a, you know, nice way, and it ended up being completely fine. Like it was not a big deal at all. And once that was behind me, I was like, I can eat again. I can think again. Like I'm in a good mood again. And it was like, it really, and I didn't realize that it was that was affecting me. I thought like my body was just, you know, my body was just sick, but it was that anxiety that was getting to me. So like, that's what I'm worried about for Marin, is that like that anxiety is gonna really get to her. And like going to a cosplay event like this, like a group cosplay event, and they're cosplaying the game that they were playing when she started to go through all these feelings. I think she might have a bad time at this cosplay event. Plus, there's the whole Akira stuff, which wasn't even touched on in this episode, but probably will be, you know, soon enough. Where it's like maybe that Akira stuff will come to a head as well, where it's like she's already kind of in a weird mood, and then Akira's there, and then finds out that Akira doesn't like her, or Akira snaps at her or something. I don't know. Like there's a lot that could happen there that I'm very nervous about. Anyway, those are the parts of me that are like Marin. Parts of me that are like Gojo, obviously, are the parts that are very nervous, like, you know, introverted. I say obviously. You might not know me super well, but I'm quite an introverted guy. And the parts of me that just like do overthink being nice to people, you know, like I'm not in a positive way, not like, oh, I'm too nice. Like it's not, I'm not doing the thing you do in interviews where they're like, what's your biggest weakness? And I go, well, I'm too nice. But like, actually, I like consider other people's feelings to the point where I am damaging myself and them, you know, like where it's not good for either of us. That's kind of what Gojo does as well. Like in this episode, him like, I'm staying up all night or whatever, I feel like that's not good for Marin. Like it's really not. He in his mind, he is like, look, I feel like sleepovers are taking advantage of her somehow, so therefore I'm going to stay up all night. But really what you're doing by staying up all night, I mean, you could be very very semantic or whatever and say like, oh, well, you're using her electricity and her thing or whatever like that. I don't think we care about that. But really, like, she would, I feel like, be more comfortable if you were going to sleep, and also if you weren't being burdened. Like, that's a big thing. It's like some people will burden themselves to not be an inconvenience to you, but really the biggest inconvenience is you burdening yourself, because we know we can feel that burden as well. We don't want that, you know. People making themselves sad to try to like not make other people sad can sometimes have the opposite effect. Because the next morning, you know, she comes out, he's like exceptionally tired because he stayed up all night doing this stuff, and now he's like not gonna be in the right mood. He's not gonna be like happy and smiley and like on her same energy levels because he was doing something that was nice to her, quote unquote, you know. I could have done the quote unquotes, but I'm fiddling with hair ties right now, so I couldn't lift my hands, so I had to say quote unquote out loud. But yeah, so that part of Gojo, I think, where it's like that flawed idea of helping people is in me as well. So I relate to so much of that stuff, and that's what makes this extra hard watching this series, is like I relate to it enough that sorry, I heard a rumble outside. No, I think it was a car. I relate to it enough that I feel so connected to these characters that actually when she's thinking about confessing to him or whatever, now I've got these nerves. And I can't do anything with them. Like I mean, I could read the manga. I'm not going to, because that's stupid. But like, I don't think it's stupid to read the manga. It's stupid of me as a reaction YouTuber who's doing reactions to the anime live to, after like episode 10 of season 2, read the manga, part way through, because then next episode I'll be like, okay, I'm a manga reader now. Like, that would be annoying for you guys. That's bad video making. And also I want to experience this in the anime form. But it's just like I've now got this anxiety in me that is gonna be rolling around in here at least tonight. I've got one more video to record after this, but I feel drained from this episode. But I was already very tired. Here's one thing that I did want to say though. This episode had like I hesitate to even call it fan service. I don't even think it was fan service. We saw Marin in her underwear or whatever in this episode, and it was just like, it was actually treated pretty normally for the most part. But the reason I bring it up, not to point out like, oh look, there was fan service in this episode, but actually to point out the lack of fan service there has been in this season. In season 1, there was like quite a bit, especially towards the start, there was a lot of fan service at the start of the show, like, to hook people in the first few episodes, which, I mean, like, it's funny that generally with Western audiences it does the opposite effect. If you do like a lot of fan service in the first few episodes, it can tend to get people, not all people obviously, but a lot of people, to stop watching the series. I never minded the fan service in my Dress Up Darling too much. In fact, I used it often as an example of fan service that I don't mind, that like feels like it works. Because like a lot of the time it did actually kind of add to the scenes for me, in that like, if I was kind of overwhelmed by Marin being in her underwear or whatever, like I could understand why Gojo is, you know what I mean? Like that sort of feeling to me. And also like Marin herself was like cool with it. Like I just didn't feel like I was intruding on anything. I didn't feel wrong for any of what was happening on the screen. It was just like some genuine, like, it was just like a genuine awkward situation that was also, something that is natural to be awkward about. But then also, animated to the extreme where it seems like it's very sexual. But yeah, it never really bothered me in the first season, I don't think. I think the only one that I wasn't a big fan of is the bit where Gojo walks in on Juju naked or whatever. Because I was like, I don't see, like, that didn't really add anything to me, Like, she didn't want to be seen naked. It sucked for Gojo. It wasn't really that funny. Like, it's like that situation on its own is the only example that I could think of from the season that I was like, I could have done without that. But the rest of it, like, I didn't mind too much. But season 2's kind of had none of it, which has been amazing. Like, I feel like if you don't need it, you don't need it, and like it's not absolutely necessary to the show. But I've just, like, I can't think, and you might point out one and go like, well, obviously this bit, but to me, I cannot think of a single instance of fan service in this season other than in this episode. But again, you might be able to point at something and be like, well, duh, this bit, you know? Like, I think I can remember like a shot of her boobs when they're pressing it down or whatever with the thing to make her the boy thing, but like that didn't feel like a fan servicey thing to me. So yeah, like all this to say, I just think it's, sorry I keep looking outside. You know, the problem is I've got my blinds open, like my curtains open right now, because before I had the window open, and so I think I'm noticing more things on the street. I need to close the window. And also I think I can hear thunder. I think there's thunder. Interesting. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to point out that the show really has like evolved into straight up just being a romance, which I like. But I also, you know, if they put in more fan servicey stuff, I don't think I'm going to complain too much about it. So yeah. Anyway, that was great. I think there is more that I could discuss, but again, I'm quite tired and I have to record one more video after this. The To Be Hero X video that probably came out before this video, I'm going to go record now. So if you want to see the progression of me being tired, go to that To Be Hero X video. But thank you for watching. Support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.